Hello everyone, welcome back to Learn Russian with Learn Russian. We are on lesson 14, and I have to be honest, I don't want to be too negative, but lesson 14 is where things really start to get pretty crazy. If you've been following thus far and you've thought that it's not too difficult, this is where the different grammatical forms in Russian really start to bite down and become difficult to remember. Not necessarily difficult to understand. I mean, the concepts, as always, are relatively similar, but keeping all the rules straight in your head becomes pretty difficult at this point. I understand if some people are starting to get discouraged or are going to start feeling discouraged after this lesson. Russian is not an easy language, and some of the rules you have to work on them. You have to practice them until you can kind of understand them and remember them. I don't really have much solution for that other than just practice. Let's see what we're in for. Lesson 14, nouns in the genitive case. So the genitive case is about possession of something. So you can see, like, for example, the text down here says, "У меня нет кота." I don't have cats. У меня, literally it means like by me, basically, or at me, in the place where I am. By me, there are no cats. This is the form in Russian usually used to express possession or owning of something. This may have something to do with communist mentality, because in communist mentality, there is not necessarily possession. There's no private ownership or possession of anything. So you can have something with you. You may have something currently physically located where you are, but that's not the same as owning it. So maybe that's got something to do. Maybe that's why communism was able to take hold in Russia, because sociolinguistically, the language doesn't have a form of saying I own something. You can only say where I am there is something. I don't know. Anyway, in this lesson you'll begin studying the genitive case. Без паники, don't panic. Key phrases. У меня нет времени, нет денег. Я люблю чай без сахара и без лимона. Okay, so I don't have time nor money, and I like tea without sugar and without lemon. All right, let's see how it goes. So, looks like another awkward conversation. Let's see what Maria and Olga have to say to each other.
Ольга, извини, у тебя есть ручка?
У меня нет ручки.
А у тебя есть бумага?
У меня нет бумаги.
А карандаш у тебя есть?
У меня нет карандаша.
У тебя есть папка?
У меня нет папки.
Так, а совесть у тебя есть?
Что?
Где мои вещи?
Okay, let's go through this again. So Maria says,
Ольга, извини, у тебя есть ручка?
У тебя есть ручка. У тебя есть literally at you is, or is available, exists. So basically, do you have a ручка, which is a pen? And let's see, I may need to check the vocabulary for some of these, since I'm not sure about some of the office materials that they mentioned. I think we might have learned these in a previous lesson, and I probably forgot since then, so I apologize.
У меня нет ручки.
У меня нет ручки. So here we go. У меня нет ручки. Notice the difference in the form of the noun here. Here's ручка and here's ручки. Actually, I think that might be... Is that singular and plural? That might be singular and plural. Okay, let's move on.
А у тебя есть бумага?
У тебя есть бумага? And she replies...
У меня нет бумаги.
У меня нет бумаги. Okay, let's just take a pause and let me check what is bumaga and bumagi, and what's the difference. I want to make sure that I get this one correct and I'm not leading viewers astray with this. So let's see here. Gonna go ahead and look up Bumaga. Yes, Bumaga. Okay, Bumaga is, okay, paper. So, yeah, so paper is Bumaga, and the question then is, why is it Bumaga here, and then here it's Bumagi, which can be either the singular genitive form or the plural nominative form. Perhaps we'll find out more about that later.
А карандаш у тебя есть?
У тебя есть? Карандаш is a pencil, and I think we can already guess what Olga's going to say.
У меня нет карандаша.
У меня нет карандаша. Okay.
У тебя есть папка?
У тебя есть папка?
У меня нет папки.
У меня нет папки. Okay. What is papka? That's obviously some other office material, but let's just quickly look up what is papka. A folder. Okay, like a okay, can refer to either a paper folder or a computer folder, like one used to organize computer files.
Так, а совесть у тебя есть?
Что?
Где мои вещи?
Okay. And then finally she says, a совесть у тебя есть? Okay. And what is совесть in вещи? I probably should have looked these up before I started the lesson, but I was more focusing on the grammar, but now I'm realizing what a mistake it was to not look up the vocabulary. Okay. Совесть is a conscience, like a good conscience or a bad conscience that you might have after you've done something bad, or something good. I guess if you haven't done something bad, then you have a good conscience. And what is вещи? Oh, that's not sh, but sh. And it is oh, I see. It's like stuff, my belongings. So I guess Maria is accusing Olga of stealing all her stuff because she's saying she doesn't have any more pens or papers or pencils. So now she's saying, as совесть, do you have a conscience? Where's all my stuff? Okay. Gosh, that's awkward in an office. Somebody accuses you of not having a conscience because they think you stole their stuff. Dialogue number 2. Boy, this I realize I'm not making it any easier. I'm probably making it more awkward trying to look up all the words because I don't know what the words are. So yeah, this is welcome to Painfully Learning Russian. I apologize. I know I should look up the vocabulary, but I don't thoroughly go through every conversation before I start the lesson because I'm more focused on the concepts. So I mean, I read about the concepts, but I didn't read every word in the lesson before I started. I probably should start doing something more like that, but I'm trying to memorize the stuff and not trying to rely too much on a dictionary, which is obviously a mistake because obviously when I start the lesson I don't know a lot of these words. Anyway, here we have a dialogue between two people who are only identified as un and ana, he and she, or ana and on, she and he.
А какая машина у тебя есть?
А какая машина? Here, okay, down here we want to drag in the answers. А какая машина у тебя есть? And which car do you have? So, literally, and which car at you is?
Машина?
Машина? Car?
Ну да, ты писал, что у тебя есть машина.
Что у тебя есть машина? Where's it down here? So, ну да, ты писал, что у тебя есть машина. Well, yeah, you said that you have a car.
Какая она?
Which one is she? Machina, because it ends in an is feminine. So какая она is like literally which one is she or which car.
Красная?
Красная, red.
Ха-ха, ты смешной.
Haha, you're funny.
А какая фирма у тебя есть?
А какая фирма у тебя? And what company, like what business, firma is like firm in English, a business firm. And what business do you have?
Фирма?
Somehow I knew he was going to answer that. Фирма.
Ну да, ты писал, что у тебя есть фирма.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, you said that you have a company.
Моя фирма.
Моя фирма. My company. No, I thought you were talking about that other company that I had, which isn't mine.
Ну, компьютерная фирма.
Oh, a computer company. That's very descriptive. No, компьютерная фирма.
Мы продаем компьютеры.
We sell computers.
Ой, как интересно.
Oh, how interesting. Not sure if she's being sarcastic there.
А какая квартира у тебя есть?
А какая квартира? And what apartment do you have?
У меня большая квартира.
У меня большая квартира. I have a big apartment. Perhaps he's compensating for something.
В центре.
In the center.
А дача у тебя есть?
A dacha у тебя есть. Aha. I've talked before about the concept of the dacha, which is these Russian summer homes that most middle class and above Russian people are expected to have. These summer homes where they go and take their vacation out in the countryside.
Нет, у меня нет дачи.
Oh, у меня нет дача. That might be a strike against him there. He doesn't have a dacha.
Как? У тебя нет дачи?
What? You don't have a dacha?
А ты писал, что у тебя есть дача.
But you said that you have a dacha. Oh wait. Есть that. Wait, hold on. What? What am I missing here? Because there's dacha and there's dachi, and I seem to have gotten. Did I get these mixed up? Because I'm pretty sure she said dacha just now, but there's no more dacha. Yes, there's no more. There's no more dacha. Yes, in the left in the list.
Ну, у меня нет дачи.
У меня нет dacha.
У меня есть дом на море.
У меня есть дом на море. Okay, so he doesn't have a dacha, he has a house on the sea, which is kind of, yeah, the dividing line between a dacha and a house isn't necessarily always clear. I mean, like I said, a dacha is more like a holiday home. Usually it has just like one room, like these one-room cottages that people have. But if he has a whole house, I guess that means he's even richer.
Ой, как это романтично.
Oh, how romantic.
Тебе нравится?
Do you like?
Да, очень.
Ваш счет.
Извини, у тебя есть деньги?
So he says, you like? And she says, yes, very much. And then, Offiziant, the waiter, comes and says, was счет, your check? And he says, sorry, do you have money? Get the impression that that the gentleman is hiding something here. Okay, what am I doing wrong? Because sometimes it's dacha and sometimes it's dachi, and I got that mixed up. So let me quickly just check. What am I missing here? So this should be... Okay, let's start from the beginning. So she says, a dacha у тебя есть, that is correct. And then he says, нет, у меня нет дачи, that is also corrected. So when she says it, it's dacha, and when he says it, it's dachi. She says, как у тебя нет дача? Now she says dachi. That's what I missed. When this time around, it's у тебя нет дачи. Maybe because it's no. Because in the negative form, actually, does it change if it's in the negative form? I don't even know. My apologies. Hopefully we'll find out later. We can learn it together. Okay, so yeah. This is then, so нет дачи, but у тебя есть дача. And then here again he says нет, so it's нет дачи. Okay, that was the trick. So it's есть дача, но нет дачи. Okay. Yes, that's, of course, yes, it's, it changes based on, it changes if you use biz. If it's biz, then you have a different ending. That's right. That's why everything was, they don't have dacha here in this list, do they? I don't see it here, maybe I'm just missing it, but... Okay, when something is yeah, I'm just trying to see where's an example here. Well, here it's a bit different because yeah, so if you say у меня есть квартира, then it's obviously A, that I have an apartment. But if you don't have one, then you say у меня нет квартиры. So yeah, so there is a difference for the negative construction. But why does dacha become dachi instead of dachi? Sorry, couldn't tell you. Okay, I'll leave that as it is. If anybody wants to post a comment explaining why that's so, then please feel free, but I'm not going to dwell on it too long because I don't know either. It is what it is, but I don't know the reason. Okay, people standing around a guy. So there are 3 people here standing around this guy who's looking at a pizza on a computer and making a phone call. Let's see what everyone has to say.
Люди, я заказываю обед. Кто что будет?
А где меню?
Там, на столе.
Я буду пиццу без сыра и без базилика.
А я буду пиццу без мяса и без сыра.
Так, а я не буду пиццу. Я буду сэндвич. Да, вегетарианский сэндвич без мяса.
Хорошо, а я буду мясную пиццу и лазанью без соуса. А кто что будет пить?
Я буду пить кока-колу без сахара.
А я буду воду без газа.
И я буду воду без газа.
Хорошо. Пожалуйста, пицца без сыра и базилика. Еще пицца без мяса и без сыра. 1 вегетарианский сэндвич без мяса. Еще мясную пиццу и лазанью без соуса. Да, без соуса. Мы будем пить кока-колу без сахара, воду без газа, 2 бутылки. Да, это все. Сколько? 1360 рублей. Хорошо, спасибо.
Okay. Pretty usual process of ordering food, no real surprises here. So, люди, people, everyone. I'm going to order what will it be? Кто что будет? Who wants what? Where's the menu? Here, там на столе, on the, I guess on the screen, or, well, it's really like on the table. Am I misunderstanding that? Because he says like it's on the table, but maybe he means on the computer screen. Okay, anyway. And then the different foods. So я буду pizza без сыра и без базилика. So pizza without cheese. Can you really have a pizza without cheese? It's not really much of a pizza. I thought pizza by definition has to have the bread, the tomato sauce, and the cheese, and then you can put different toppings on top of that. But anyway, he wants pizza without cheese and without basilica. And then Yelena wants pizza без мяса и без сыра. Pizza without meat and without cheese. Again, what do you have on the pizza then? Ben, you just have flat bread with tomato sauce on it. Okay. Так, а я не буду пицца, я буду сэндвич. She wants to order a sandwich. Да, vegetarianский сэндвич без мяса. I think that's a bit redundant. Vegetarian sandwich without meat. Хорошо, я буду мясную пиццу. And I want a... The construction seems a little bit funny if you're not used to it. Я буду basically means I will be. So he will be a pizza. But yeah, я буду мясная пицца и лазанью без соуса. Lasagna without sauce. А кто что будет пить? And who wants to drink what? Я буду пить Coca-Cola без сахара. So obviously Coca-Cola without sugar. А я буду воду без газа. Воду без газа, water without gas. This is the Russian way of saying not carbonated water. So yeah, in Russian you say water is with gas or without gas to mean carbonated or not carbonated. Хорошо, and then he just summarizes the order here on the telephone, and then how much does it cost? 1360 rubles. Okay, thanks. So now we need to, actually this is pretty easy. This is not, again, not focusing on the grammatical cases. This is just interpreting the words that that the people said. So John будет, John wants, didn't he say, yeah, he wants a meat pizza and lasagna without sauce. So мясную пицца и lasagna без соуса. Yes, the third option is correct. These first two options, pizza without cheese and lasagna without sauce, or pizza without meat and lasagna without cheese, are obviously not correct. So last option. Елена wants pizza без мяса и без сыра. Pizza without meat and without cheese. So that is the second option here. Pizza без газа doesn't really exist. Pizza without gas is not a thing. And also up here, pizza без газа. Yeah, you can have water or a drink without gas, but not a pizza. Марк будет... Я буду пицца без сыра и без базилика. So Mark wants... Oh, it doesn't even... Yeah, well, it's not pasta without basilicum. He wanted pizza, and then to drink, he wanted, yeah, Coca-Cola. So, pizza и Coca-Cola. That is correct. He wants pizza and Coca-Cola. Natasha будет pizza... Wait, no. Я не буду пицца, я буду сэндвич. That's right, she wants the sandwich. Да, vegetarianский сэндвич без мяса. So, большой sandwich, a big sandwich. Well, maybe it would be nice if it was big, but then she can be full of sandwich. No, she didn't say it was a big sandwich. She said, yeah, sandwich без мяса. So, sandwich без masla is, I believe that's sandwich without butter. Don't mix it up. Maslov is butter. Мясо is meat. И заказ стоит, the order costs, yeah, 1360 rubles. That's pretty, but don't forget, it's rubley, not ruble. Ruble would be if it ended in the number, in the digit 1, but it's 1360 rubley. Okay, there we go. Well, that wasn't too bad. So, nouns, singular in the genitive case, yeah, I'm not going to read all of these, but obviously, yeah, so you can see there is if you say that you have something, you basically just use the normal uninflected forms. So visa, lampa, machina, all of these don't change if you say у меня есть or у его or у нас. So if you say that I have something or he has something or we have something, it's all the same. You don't change the noun. But if you say у меня нет or нее or whatever, if you say that I or he or she or we don't have something, then you do change the noun. But I'm still trying to figure out, yeah, like you can see for nouns that end in an A, like visa or lampa, it becomes vizi or lampi. So I'm still trying to figure out, why did dacha up here become dachi? Is dacha an exception? Is dacha one of those weird words that somehow forms an exception to this rule? I don't know. But anyway, so, and you can see at the bottom, so words that end in a, the a becomes i, li. Words that end in ya, the ya becomes i. And also words that end in a soft sign, the soft sign becomes i. So like dvir, dvir becomes dveri. And then for words that let's see. Oh, this is for feminine nouns, I see. So for feminine nouns, this is the case. And then for masculine or neuter nouns, then the endings. Oh, you can see there. I'm not going to read every single one, but you can see how it changes. So again, this is where I say the rules become a little bit crazy. Trying to remember all these rules can become pretty frustrating because this is a lot. For each ending, you have to remember how the ending changes. So this is probably not something that you need to memorize all at once. I realize this might be a lot of information to absorb all at once if this is your first time seeing it. So probably, if this is your first time seeing this, don't try to memorize this all in one shot. Don't just read it through and say, okay, I'm done. Probably this is something good to come back to. If you see a construct like this in the future, maybe come back to this lesson and do it again. I'm not going to do that personally. In future lessons, if I run into this, I'm just going to skip over it because I can't keep coming back to previous lessons. I mean, that's, you know, part of personal study. Your personal study involves you going through the different sections and reviewing what you need to review. I mean, I can't tell you what you need to review. Only you can do that. Only you, through your own process of studying and reviewing, can tell yourself what you need to review and what you need to work on and what you need to repeat. So you'll have to decide that for yourself. I will leave that to you folks. I trust you folks. If you're studying, if you're really serious about self-study in Russian, or even not self-study, maybe, you know, guided study, you need to know what you need to work on. And this is something that you'll probably need to work on. This is probably something that you won't get the first time around. So again, don't worry about it too much. Do take a look through these tables. Do take a look at these to see how these change. And then in the future, make a point to come back here, just review this, just so that you make sure that you haven't forgotten or misremembered some of these. But obviously, I need to review these. I mean, it's pretty obvious, speaking for myself, that I'm not clear on all of these. In fact, let me pull this up. This is what we were looking at before. Yeah. So here's here's stuff that is obviously good to know, but I'm not going to read through all of this. This is just stuff that you need to study and get used to, so you can read through this on your own time and get accustomed to the different endings. Again, it's not too bad. Like it's not terrible once you get used to it. It does take some time. Obviously, it takes a while to get used to these different endings. And there are 6 cases in Russian, so you know this is about the genitive case, and then there will be stuff like this for other cases. So, okay, let's just move on. All right, now we need to complete these words with the correct endings. У него есть паспорт. So when you say есть паспорт, again, because this is a positive thing, you're saying yes, you do have it, or he does have it, then you don't change the noun. But when you say no in the negative form, нет, у него нет паспорт, it's not passport, but rather, where's passport? Here we go. У него нет паспорта. Still trying to figure out... I'm still trying to figure out the thing with dacha. I don't understand how dacha fits into this or why dacha became dachi. Maybe it was an exception because here you see at the end, у меня есть время becomes у меня нет времени. Maybe dacha is just one of those words that's a strange exception. It could be. It could be. I mean, there are several exceptions to these rules in Russian, so... But then why did they use a word with an exception for the initial dialogue? That would be quite confusing for... but they do stuff like that in these lessons. Sometimes they use examples that are really confusing because they're exceptions to the rule rather than examples of the rule. But anyway, нет паспорт becomes нет паспорта. So у меня or у него нет паспорта. Let's go ahead and there we go. У нее есть телефон. Does she have a telephone? Нет, у нее нет телефон. I don't have telephone in this list, but things which end in a consonant get an A on the end, it seems like. So that would be нет телефона. У нас есть кризис. Is that crisis? Do we have a... I actually don't know this word. Let me just see. Is this actually saying, do we have a crisis? I mean, it seems like kind of a funny thing to say, but again, since these lessons are sometimes a bit... these lessons do kind of surprise you sometimes. They ask things which you wouldn't really... I mean, I guess it's nice to have a sense of humor about stuff, so sure, why not? Let's have a crisis. Let's have a crisis. But let me just make sure that actually is crisis. Yes, it is. That is saying, do we have a crisis? And then the answer, thankfully, is no, we do not have a crisis. But again, since it ends in a consonant, it ends in a s, so the ending here in the negative form should be a. Нет, у нас нет кризиса. No, we don't have a crisis. У них есть проблема. Do they have a problem? Нет, у них нет проблем, and since problema ends in a, so it's a feminine word, it should then transform into нет проблемы. У тебя есть время. Okay, we saw up here, время in the negative form turns into времени. So, времени. Kind of a weird exception with this word, or a special, I guess this word is a special case. У него есть чай. Does she have tea? Нет, у него нет. So if the word ends in... I don't have an example here of a word that ends in that character, do I? No, I do not. That's kind of mean of them. That's pretty harsh of them to just leave you out in the cold with that, because since they don't have an example of a word that ends in this character, you can't really be too sure, especially since if you're just starting out, you really would like to get some guidance here and know exactly what to do here. I believe, let me just see, it's, I think I have the answers here from when I did this previously. It's, okay, it's чая. Нет, у него нет чая. Okay. I guess that's not too bad because it's like, oh, they don't even have something here that ends in E. So how are you supposed to know? Wow, that's really confusing. If you've never seen these forms before, wow, I don't really know how they expect you to know that. Anyway, okay. У тебя есть книга? Do you have books? У меня нет книг. I guess книги? No, it's книги. I wonder if that's because... Maybe Okay. Can't explain why. Sorry. It's not that. That. It's у меня нет книги. Maybe because it's plural. Maybe he's saying in the plural, I don't have books. Yeah, because oh, I see. Because hold on. Let me just make sure that I before I say something dumb, let me make sure that I've got the right idea here. Because no, kniga. Yeah, okay, I see. Kniga is the normal singular plural of, or is this singular plural, duh. Kniga is the normal nominative singular of book, and then knigi is the genitive singular, so okay. Don't know why. I guess just because this is the genitive form. I mean, knigi, so kniga is the nominative form of book, and knigi is the genitive form. But how are you supposed to know that? Do you just need to look at it in the dictionary, or is there some rule for that? Don't know. I don't know what the rule for it is. I can only say that's what it is. So sorry, I can't be more specific than that. And then у него есть подруга. Does he have a girlfriend? And again, I think подруга is not a romantic girlfriend, but just like a female friend, a friend who happens to be a female. Нет, у него нет подруг. And then for feminine nouns that end in then that becomes и. And then finally, у них есть директор. Do they have a director? Сейчас у них нет директор. Now they do not have a нет директора. And oh, wonder of wonders, I seem to have made a mistake. Okay, let me see. Where did I make a mistake? Let me just look at the answers, because I don't want to waste everyone's time on this, because this is really quite... Oh, it's here. It's not podrugi, it's podrugi. It helps if you put, there we go. It helps if you type the right character. That was the mistake I made. Again, why is it? So here it looks like with words that end in then the genitive form should become I at the end. But this appears to not be the case because yeah, it even says here at the bottom, ending. If the ending is then it becomes I, but then that doesn't hold here. Podruga becomes podrugi. So why is that the case? I don't know. Clearly these rules do not always hold. So I apologize. Couldn't tell you why or how you're supposed to know that. Always, you can look up in a dictionary. In a dictionary, you will find the genitive forms of these. In a good dictionary, like in a proper Russian dictionary, you will find the genitive forms of these nouns. But then the question is, how are you supposed to know that with a rule? Do you just need to know it for every single word, or is there some kind of rule to guide you? I don't know. Honestly, at this point, I would say just look it up in a dictionary for each individual word if you're not sure. But obviously, that's very time-consuming and painful, so you need to be pretty patient with that. Anyway, okay. And there's no... yeah, and there's no... yeah, there's no guidance to be found here either. So, all right, I'm pretty sure that they should have explained that a little bit better in the lesson, and obviously I should have been better prepared to explain it. Again, I apologize that I'm not, but let's move on. Что вы будете? What will you be? Basically, what will it be for you? What will you order? Я буду кофе без молок. So, молоко is normally, yeah, молоко is milk. It ends in an O, and when it's без, when it's the genitive form, then it's молока. So, similarly, Mohammed, пожалуйста, chai без limon. So limon is, it ends in a consonant, so it's a male verb, masculine verb, but when it's без, then it ends in a, so без limona. And the same with sir, because it also ends in a consonant. So actually, is that that's true for all of these, isn't it? Because sir ends in a consonant, so it's sira, bez sira. Gaz ends in a consonant, so it's bez gaza. Voda. Voda is, however, voda ends in an a, so it becomes bez vodi. Is that correct? And then работа also ends in a, so без работы. Let's see. Computer is masculine, it ends in r, the consonant, so then it should be без компьютера. Машина is ends in an a, so без машины. Garnier. What's garnier? I actually don't know this word, and I'm going to guess that let's see. I'm going to guess that it's not in the vocabulary on this page. Well, let's check quickly. Let's come up here and look at vocabulary for this is lesson 14, I believe. So let's see. Is there? No, there's no. Here's G, and there's nothing that no garnier. So once again, you just kind of have to know what is garnier. Let me look it up quickly. Oh, garnier is it's a side dish, like a garnish. Okay. Garnier. So, okay, since it ends in a consonant, then this should theoretically be garniera. And then pivo без vodka. Not to be confused with voda. Voda is water, but vodka is obviously vodka. So vodka ends in an a, it's feminine, so then this should be vodky, right? And once again, not surprisingly, I appear to have made a mistake. So let's see, what did we get wrong here? Or what did I get wrong here? So молока is correct, limona is correct, сыра is correct, газа is correct, воды is correct, работы is correct, компьютера is correct, машины is correct, гарнира is correct, and then right here at the end, that should be vodki. Yes, that's vodki. And why is that vodki now? What is the reason for that? Because the word is clearly vodka. So why does vodka become vodki and not vodki? Well, I don't know. I guess if you look in a dictionary, hold on, let me look up the forms. I'm going to quickly go to an online dictionary and look up the forms of the word. Yeah, here we go. So let me actually do this. Let me in this browser window, let me go to Wiktionary. So there's I'll just go to hold on. I'll just go to vodka, and here we go. So here you can see, well, Wait, this is Belarusian, and that's Bulgarian. Here we go. Here's Russian. So here we see for vodka, the genitive singular is vodki. So that makes sense. If you look it up in a dictionary, then you can clearly see that it makes sense that it's vodki here because that's what the dictionary says. But if you go based on this table, then it looks like, according to this, words that begin with a normally turn into I at the end. So that appears to be maybe kind of like a rule, but not a rule that's very consistent, since there are obviously contradictions to that. I mean, here, again, like I said, if you look it up in a dictionary, you can clearly see that this is vodki and not vodkoi. But how are you supposed to know that? Do you just need to look up every single word in the dictionary every time? I don't know. I would, at this point in time, I would use the dictionary, since the rule seems to be pretty misleading. Whatever rule they've given us seems to be pretty misleading. Okay. And now we fill this in using, so on the right we have, oh boy, we have a lot of, oh boy, this looks like it's going to be fun. This is going to be very, very confusing, I think. Okay, let's just go ahead and dive into it. So, позавчера, so the day before yesterday, у меня деньги. So we have here a very difficult construct because, or it's not necessarily very difficult, but it can be a bit tricky because we have to remember деньги is always plural. So let's actually, since I don't trust the table that the site has given us at this point, let's go ahead and come here into Wiktionary and put деньги into the search here. And did I forget? I must have forgotten. I typed it in exactly as I typed it in as, oh, it's probably деньги with the soft sign. There we go. That's what I was missing. So деньги, and then, yeah, you can see up here plural. It only exists in a plural form. It has no singular form. So, у меня. So if you say у меня, then you would say у меня деньги. So, right. So, oh, but we don't put that, oh, actually, we don't even put that in. We don't put in the nouns here. We put in the forms of был and будет. So, let's go ahead and look that up then. Let's go ahead and look up those words to properly, yeah, был is a form of быть. So let's take a look at, yeah, this gets pretty, this can get pretty confusing. So here we go. So here we have, yeah, in the present tense, it's есть. So for example, есть пиво means there is beer. But in the future tense, it will be я буду, ты будешь, and so on. So coming back to the lesson now, деньги is then plural. So it's basically like third person plural, like будут. So I would say у меня будут деньги. But that appears to be wrong since I don't see that option at all in the list. So let's see, what is it actually supposed to be? What are we actually supposed to... был, it's this one, it's Billy. So why is it Billy? Let's take a look here and see if we can get a clue from here. Oh, of course, it's past tense. I'm sorry, I was looking at future tense. This is the this column is future tense, but like they said, pay attention to the tense. Позавчера. So the day before yesterday, I had money. So of course it can't be future tense. Of course it has to be here under past tense. And then here under past tense, we have for plural, since money is always plural. So past tense plural, there's only были. That's the trick there. That's what I missed. So у меня были деньги, а сегодня у меня нет денег. And we know that it's no money because денег is the negative form. So day before yesterday, I had money, but today I have no money. All right. Well, that was a bit confusing, but at least I'm a bit satisfied that we got the answer. I'm at least glad that here we could see, using this table from Wiktionary, from a dictionary, we could see the reasons why that is so, which is more than we probably would have gotten from this website if we had just relied on the tables here. So I think I've said in the past that you need to supplement this site a bit. I don't completely trust the information from this site. Not that the information here is wrong, but at least it's certainly incomplete. In many cases, the information here is incomplete, and you will really be lost and scratching your head if you just rely on what they give you here. So you really need to supplement this site with a proper dictionary if you're really going to get the forms right. Okay. Месяц назад, a month ago, у нас something plan. So a month ago, we had a plan. Plan is masculine, so it's, again, we should go to past tense here. And so for past tense, masculine singular, it's был. So that would then be this here. Месяц назад у нас был план. А сейчас нет плана. У нас и сейчас у нас нет плана. There we go. That seems correct. Okay. Вчера, so yesterday, у тебя something девушки. Девушки is plural, right? Because девушка is a girl, so девушки would be plural. So yesterday you had girls. Okay, so let's come up here then and look at the, so past tense plural is always были. There's only были for past tense plural. So that should then be, oh wait, wait, hold on, девушки, I think the point is here. Oh, I get it. Sorry, I got it mixed up. Девушки is not plural of girl. It's not that it's not girls. He's saying yesterday you didn't have a girl, because something that ends in a, like девушка, becomes девушки, and we can actually let me open up another window of Wiktionary here and put in девушка. And here we can see, yeah, so девушки is both the plural, but I think in this case they mean it not in the plural sense, but rather in the singular genitive sense. That's the trick. So it's saying that вчера у тебя нет, or rather не. Okay, so then we need to look here for the negative formation of быть. So past tense feminine is было. So не было. Is that right? Hold on, девушка. Yeah, девушка is feminine. You can tell that based on the F here. So девушка is obviously feminine. It's not like German where Mädchen is neuter. It is a feminine noun. And if it's in the past tense, then why? According to the information I have here, it's actually не было. Не было девушки. Why would it be не было? Было is only... Quickly look up было here. Yeah, было is only used for neuter nouns. But девушка is not neuter, so that would only make sense if this were a neuter word. But according to the answer key that I have here, it is actually было. At this point, I'm almost ready to say that that's an error with the site, because there's so much going on with the website that I almost want to say that's an error. How could it be не было девушки? Why would they use было, a neuter word, with a feminine noun? That actually doesn't make much sense to me. I'm starting to wonder if this site is actually not buggy, but just wrong, just plain wrong. If anybody wants to comment on this, anybody who is like a native Russian speaker wants to comment on this, please let me know, because I am now very confused. Why should this be было when there's no, as far as I can see, no reason for that? Okay, let's just move on. А сегодня, but today у тебя уже, but today you already have a девушка. So we can just say есть. У тебя уже есть девушка. That part is at least very simple. В августе у него, so this is, well, I guess this depends on whether August is in the future or in the past, but I'm pretty sure that they, yeah, they're talking in the past. In August, she did not have a man or husband or whatever. So let's see. Let's go ahead and look at быть. And for past tense masculine, it's был. Wait, did I? I almost wondered for a moment if I was looking at the wrong language. Maybe this was for like Bulgarian or something, but no, according to this, this is for Russian. So either... Oh, this is... Oh. This is... I'm sorry. I just realized I was looking at the pre-reform conjugation of быть. Remember I said before that Russian is a language that hasn't really been reformed in recent history? That's not completely true. It got changed, but the change was a long time ago. That change was like around, I want to say the change was around the time of the Communist Revolution, around 100 years ago. So it's actually kind of funny that they... Okay, I don't know about the history about this, but I'm sorry. I was looking completely at the wrong information. So the right information that I should be looking at is actually up here. Okay, did I make a mistake then with было? So here было is only for neuter nouns, and here, yeah, here было is also only for neuter nouns. So the question still stands. Why was it было for девушка? Still a valid question, even though I was looking at, okay, so this is the current modern day conjugation. I should be careful about that. I didn't even realize there was a section for pre-reform conjugation. Okay, but the question still stands. Why was it было and not была for девушка, which is very clearly a feminine noun? That is just weird. Okay, for a masculine, coming back to our current question, masculine past tense. Masculine past tense then is был. So we can take this был and say у него был муж. А в ноябре уже нет мужа. Because that's present, this is present tense, so уже нет мужа. So she had a husband or a man in August, but in November she doesn't have one anymore. That's kind of sad. She lost her. I mean, muž is both husband and man, so I don't know if she got divorced or if she just lost the guy that was in her life. Probably her husband. That's kind of sad. Неделю назад у них, so a week ago we had an office. Okay, office is masculine, I believe, so let's take a look at past tense is once again был. So был office. А завтра уже, but tomorrow already. Okay. And that's future tense. Завтра is future tense. So then it will be не будет because it's third person singular. The office is one office and it's a third person object. So завтра уже не будет офиса. Okay. Just назад у вас, so an hour ago we had a director. У нас past tense masculine is был. So where's был here? Был директор. Is that correct? I think that's correct. А через час у вас so in an hour we will have no more director, and this is future, so future third person is будет, не будет. У вас не будет директора. Минуту назад у него, so a minute ago we had work, so this is past tense feminine, so that's going to be была. Where's была here? Do I have one? Yes, here's была. Была работа через минуту, but in a minute у него. Okay, and again, не будет. It's going to be once again не будет работы. And here it becomes работы because работа is feminine, so the работа becomes работы in the genitive case. Okay, год назад у вас something firma. So a year ago we had a firma, a firm, a company. Firma is again feminine, so past tense feminine is the same as here. Была работа, it's going to be the same. Была firma. So была фирма, а через год у вас не будет фирмы. We will not have a company in the future. В среду у него идеи. So in the this is one of the seasons of the year. I forget which season Sreda is, but this is past tense And so it should then be let's see, for a, hold on, idea. Which gender does idea have? Let's actually find out. Let's search for idea and see. Yeah, it's idea. Idea is the normal form of the verb, so it's a feminine verb, and therefore we are looking here at past tense of a feminine verb, and past tense feminine is, once again, as we see here, было. So, в среду у него wait, what? It looks like once again they're expecting не было. So my question stands once again. Why is it не было идей when idea is a feminine word? It is a feminine noun, and the word было is only used, as far as I can tell, for neuter words. And again, if I click on this, if I open up было, it says, yeah, neuter. The first word here is neuter. It does not appear to be used for feminine words. So why are they using было for a feminine word? If anybody can tell me, I'd really love to know, because that just seems plain wrong. Unless the information I have from Wiktionary is wrong, which I guess Wiktionary is not an official dictionary of Russian, so it's possible that Wiktionary is wrong, but somehow something seems very suspect here to me. Сейчас у нее идея. So this is present tense. Actually, we can just say right, okay, so she does have an idea. So in the past, no idea, but now у нее есть идея. Okay, there is now an idea. Okay. Век назад в мире интернета. So a century ago, there was no internet in the world. Once again, interneta is actually, no, that might make, hold on. Interneta, what gender does internet have? Internet, well, interneta is, yeah, it's the genitive form of internet. Internet is a masculine word. So, okay. So, internet is masculine, and we're talking about past tense of masculine. So, past tense masculine should be был. But according to this, it's still было. Yeah. The answer they're expecting is не было. But again, why? Internet is masculine. Было should only be for a neuter noun, but here it's actually not neuter, it's masculine. So why? I don't know. Сегодня есть интернет. That's easy. Today there is internet. That part is easy. Okay, позавчера у меня визы. So yesterday I did not have a visa. Let's check the gender of visa just to be sure about this one. Right, it's visa. That's what I thought. Not Bulgarian or Macedonian. Yes, Russian. So in Russian, visa is feminine. That means then that in the past, so we're looking at past tense feminine. So past tense feminine is было. But again, they want было. Once again, they're expecting не было. Why again are we using не было for a feminine word? It doesn't make any sense. А послезавтра у меня будет. So in the future, у меня будет visa. I will have a visa in the future. That makes sense because, yeah, it's будет for future tense feminine. So that's fine. В пятницу, so on Friday, у нас деньги. Okay, so деньги is again plural, so we want past tense plural. Past tense plural is были. So right, so we can say, okay, so I think it's this one. В пятницу у нас были деньги. On Friday we had money. А в понедельник у нас, on Sunday, у нас уже не будет. Okay, не будет денег. So I guess this is still in the future. They're saying that on Friday we had money, but on, wait, is this Sunday or Monday? Okay, either on Sunday or Monday, we will not have money. Okay. Okay, this should actually be, oh, this should be нет. Okay, I see. В мае нет снега. In May there is not snow. А в январе есть снег. That's easy. What I got wrong is up here, when it's talking about the woman and her wife. In August, she had a husband. А в ноябре уже не было. Not that she doesn't have a husband, but will not have a husband. Or no, wait, that's still past. Hold on, what's the deal here? Something really doesn't make sense here. It seems like they're using было for feminine things when it's in the genitive case. So it looks like if it's female genitive, then it becomes below, but that doesn't really, that's not specified here at all. Wiktionary doesn't say that, and I don't think this site says that either anywhere. So I have no idea. If anybody wants to comment on that, please feel free, because I'm stumped. I actually, in fact, you know what? Let me do a quick. I'm going to do a quick Google search and see if I can find an answer for that, because I am really seriously perplexed now why they are doing that. All right, let's see. Am I seeing anything here that would lead to an answer? It looks like maybe because it's plural? No, plural is... Hold on a second. Where is that? So if we open up this table here... Wait, no, that's not the table I'm looking for. Where is it? If we go here to grammar tables, where is the table that I'm looking for? Genitive case plural, is this it? Yeah, I think this is what I'm looking for. So here you can see they say that было is used for the genitive plural. So, for example, 100 years ago there were no computers, and so therefore it's было. But that appears to directly contradict the information here, because this says explicitly that past tense plural is были. So, I'm not sure what to believe anymore. I don't know. No idea. Form your own conclusions. Question everything and tell me if you find out what the truth is, because I really don't know anymore. I'm probably as confused as anyone at this point. Let's just move on and finish off with a nice dialogue between these two gentlemen.
Привет, Саймон. Как твои дела? Прости, что давно не писал, потому что не было времени. Очень много работы. Позавчера я работал 14 часов в офисе. Кошмар. Но завтра у меня не будет так много работы, потому что я закончил все отчеты. Послезавтра я буду в Туле. Я буду на экскурсии. Я не знаю, где это. Только знаю, что это маленький город недалеко от Москвы. Там делают самовары, пряники и пистолеты токарев. И еще там раньше жил Лев Толстой. Ты не знаешь, кто это? Будет интересно. Я очень хочу посмотреть на провинциальную Россию, потому что я нигде не был, только в Москве. Еще я был на рынке. О, это супер. Рынок – это как магазин на улице. Я купил шарф, свитер и джинсы. Это очень интересно. Я спрашиваю, сколько стоит? А продавец говорит, 500 рублей. Я отвечаю, что это дорого. И потом мы говорим, это торговаться по-русски. И в результате я покупаю за 370 рублей. Но мои русские коллеги говорят, что на рынке очень экстремально. Я не знаю, мне нравится эта жизнь. Давай, пока, пиши, Джон.
Okay, wow, this lesson has already gone on way too long, and I don't really want to translate that whole letter, because this isn't really it's not really the point of the lesson. I think they just threw this in at the end to kind of as a cool down after a very difficult lesson, after like an exceptionally difficult lesson. Let's just quickly fill these in as best we can. Почему John давно не писал? Why did John not write for a long time? He says, потому что не было времени. He didn't have time. So, okay. So this option, second option, because he didn't know what to write, it's obviously not the right one. This one says, therefore, there wasn't time, but actually it's потому что не было времени, because there was not time. So, okay. Позавчера он работал, so the day before yesterday, 2 days ago, he worked 14, well, we know it's 14, hopefully you remember it's 14 часа. No, wait, sorry. 14 часов. It's because it's one of those teen numbers. That's an exception. Normally something that ends in 4 would be часа, but because it's a weird teen exception, it's часов. So it's 14 часов. Послезавтра, day after tomorrow, John будет he will be in Туле. В Туле. Там делают, what does he do there? Там делают самовары, so they make токарев pistols, so they manufacture samovar, пряники, and токарев pistols. So Okay, I'll just say Tokarev. Lev Tolstoy was, of course, a great Russian writer. He wrote War and Peace and Anna Karenina. So, yeah, известный русский писатель, a famous Russian writer. Рынок — это как, what is рынок? Это как магазин на улице. It's like a shop on the street, как магазин на улице. And finally, его русские коллеги говорят, что на рынке очень... So his Russian colleagues say that... hold on, what do his colleagues say? На рынке очень экстремально. It's very extreme. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about the translations right now because again, this has already gone on way too long. If anyone's curious, you can look at the translations yourself. Yeah, I said at the beginning that this was going to be a very frustrating lesson, and it actually ended up being even more frustrating than I expected. So I apologize for anyone who actually sat through this train wreck of a lesson and watched everything. I have many questions. If anybody wants to try and answer some of these questions, then please feel free. But at least we know the answers. I guess I'm not really very satisfied with that, but at least we can be satisfied in knowing that we know the answers, even if we don't know why. I'll try and get some further information. If I get some further information, maybe I'll put it in the comments to the video below. But until then, folks, I'll go ahead and cut the video here. Thanks for watching, everyone, and hopefully next lesson will be better than this one. We'll see you then, folks. Bye-bye for now.